What's going on?
Hey, Trent.
Good. Nice to meet you finally.
Welcome. Troy.
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to camp.
Good, man.
Finally
How are
meet
you?
you guys.
Yeah, we're excited. Okay.
Insanely awesome.
Well, sweet. Well, we're gonna have you guys are first up, so you get to pick whichever tent you want. All right, guys. Good. How are you? Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
How you doing? Andrew. Chris. That's Chris.
Nice to finally meet you.
Finally? Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Chris. Too.
Bill. Ken. Tom?
Yeah, Tom, how are
Bill.
you?
Hi, Ken.
Tom?
How are you?
Good. How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm great. How about you?
Good, man.
Andrew. How are you? Good. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Good. Go on. Glad to be here. It's a long trip. Long trip.
Tom Farrar, 56 years old, Owensville, Missouri, and I own a oil distribution company in Missouri with my cousin.
Charles Yao, 43 years old, currently live in St. James, Missouri, and I'm a counter-explosive instructor for the military.
Welcome to base camp, my friend. How are you, Tom?
Doing well.
Ben, what are we up to? You got it?
Not much. About 240. That's what I'm up to.
Yeah, right. Awesome.
Ben.
Charles.
Nice to meet you. Kyle.
Charles. Nice to meet you.
Bill. Hi. How are you? Kyle. Bill. Ken. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Chris.
I ain't crazy. What's up, man?
So my name's Kyle Dagstead. I'm 43 years old from Ankeny, Iowa. My occupation is Security and Emergency Services Director for Ames National Laboratory for the Department of Energy in Ames, Iowa.
My name is Ben Dagstead. I'm 41 years old. I live in Lake Mills, Iowa, and I am a territory sales manager for a communication company. Y'all would say a cell phone company. So, been doing that for 19 years in November.
How do you know Ben? I'll be.
I think we got the same parents.
We haven't had a DNA test in a while.
It's the important things in life. There we go. Now it's good.
We're gonna dig into our bag of tricks from some Iowa rut strategy, and we're gonna bring that to the mountain. We're gonna see how it pans out.
We'll be tagged out in less than 24 hours.
There's no failure. There's no not gonna win.
I don't like to lose, period. So when you make it a competition, it's on now.
I'm gonna look at it like I'm just gonna go find the biggest buck on the mountain.
It is going to be a mind game.
I envisioned him holding the antlers of the winning deer. I already have a score in my head of what he's gonna score.
A couple teams talk a little bit.
It's a chess game.
Yeah, I hate to lose at anything. You know, cribbage to the wife. I mean, Uno to the kids. It drives me nuts.
Changes the hunting by making it a competition. Definitely does. Yep.
My name is Andrew Tuttle. I'm 39 years old from St. Louis, Missouri.
My name is Chris DOSEK. I am from outside Chicagoland.
Very true. I'll take 12 to like
We served in the Marine
9.
Corps together. We went overseas a bunch of times together. Been together the entire time. Went our separate ways afterwards. I went in the National Guard, was a firefighter down in Arizona for a number of years, and then I went off to college, and he continued doing private security and lived in Iraq for over a decade. So.
My name is Ken Torres. I'm 52. My occupation is aerial fire suppression. I work for a company out of Billings, Montana, flying Chinook helicopters. And I'm from Medford, Oregon.
My name is Bill Steiger. I am from Oregon. I'm hoping that that our experience out west hunting elk and blacktails and things like that are gonna give us a leg up.
Wound up spotting some does. So now we're just kind of waiting to see. Bill's tough, and he has a lot of technical knowledge, and he is a very fast learner. So that's a real strong attribute for Bill.
Tom Farrar, 56 years old, Owensville, Missouri, and I own a oil distribution company in Missouri with my cousin.
Charles Yell, 43 years old, currently live in St. James, Missouri.
What am I going to do to prepare for this? Because the last time I hunted in the mountain, I was a pretty young man. I was probably early 30s, you know. Physically, it was going to be a little harder on me this time than it was 25 years ago or 20 years ago. So it was just trying to get mentally prepared for it, basically.
Came back from Afghanistan not too long ago, or roughly about 10 years ago, and decided to hunt then. Never really had the opportunity as a kid. My dad hunted, but I didn't grow up. I grew up with my grandparents, which didn't hunt, so kind of started later in life, trying to make up for lost time now.
Grew up in a hunting family. Have been hunting since I was 10. I killed my first whitetail when I was 10 years old. That would have been back in the 70s, whenever in Missouri at that time, if you saw a whitetail, you'd be lucky to even see one. 8 deer and 700 yards probably from each other. 3 bucks. Too small. Because I couldn't get it to adjust either, so I moved it up, and then I could see them red tree.
I think that's going to be your closest shot, but I don't know if you could shoot from there to the other ridge line. You know what I'm saying? On the other side of the trees.
I think you bust them out if you get on this point, though.
Possibly.
You know, or if you laid there and shot, because I think it would be. That ridge is 790.
From here?
Yep.
You're talking about the low one?
The one right here that the does drop down, you know, where you said them 2 does ran out of that tree line. Go to that peak.
Oh, I got you.
It's 1341 to where those deer are. So it'd still be, that's 600, so you'd still have to cut the distance, you know.
That's a lot of deer.
You made me think way too much on day one.
My name's Kyle Dagstead. I'm 43 years old from Ankeny, Iowa.
My name's Ben Dagstead. I'm 41 years old. I live in Lake Mills, Iowa. We'll go out there, we'll put our best. We didn't come here to lose, I'll just tell you that right now. We didn't drive that far. You know, we got a lot of people at home that'd be pretty disappointed in us if we lost. I'd say scope it out, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna
figure it out.
Boots on the ground, see what the landscape looks like, and then basically just put together a plan for tomorrow for a really cold all-day sit.
On that side of the vehicle. There's one right there.
Our plan, we're in the bottom of this big old canyon right here. There's 2 tracks. We're gonna follow this up, and then we're gonna fall up the side here and get back on what we call a razorback back home. Follow that ridge to the top, and it looks like you can see over the backside over there. There's a lot of big country, a bunch of junipers. It looks on the one side, not really sure what's on the other, and it's even higher above us. So I think we actually have 3 different ways to glass. So just get on top, do a little scouting, and then after that, if we see a big one, we'll put a play on them. So unless the boss wants to do something else, but that's the plan for now. We'll see in about, I don't know, 5 hours when I get up there. These guys will probably beat me to the top. I'll be pulling up the rear. And saved about 8,000 calories. Note to self, use all the roads you can. It's only day one. Oof.
That was a heck of a hike up here. It's a great time to take a break. I might have to get into the goodie bag here pretty soon too. Let's see if we can find a good buck tonight. Stay tuned.
$170 is what they are, those does. Yep.
I thought they were a lot farther.
Huh? I thought they were a lot farther. Yeah, these ones right here are 170. Probably because of the angle. Geometry major.
I don't buy things to keep them pretty. I make sure they could take a beating.
I feel like you might have like the whole bag of tricks here.
But you need the American Special Forces shovel.
The shovel?
What if the deer attacks us?
What else did you have in here? You had a
tomahawk.
Tomahawk? I'm surprised to see what else is in here.
Some nunya.
Wait, so is this something that actually happened? Somebody forgot to close the tailgate? And...
Oh, I'll show you my tailgate when we get back. Somebody forgot to close it.
It's destroyed.
So we're not 100% sure if it'll open.
Oh, there it is. Have a shot.
So, we want to get set in before sun comes up. Be sitting there nice and still in the dark and ready for anything that we see.
We got a nice weather system moving in, so if we were in Iowa, We'd be in a tree stand almost all day today, so conditions are looking good. I think we're gonna see something big.
Hopefully we can find something with some bone on top of their head today. Get a shot at something. Looking for something about 170, 180 inches, so we'll see how that goes.
I got movement.
Where?
You see him?
Brown rocks?
You see him?
Like brown rocks?
Yeah. You see it?
Something, if you do take a shot, we're squared away with the wind. Oh, I don't. Bro, I'm glad I brought my poncho. I'm gonna set up a little tent.
It's all about patience. It's all about just taking your time, slowing down, look for signs, and if not, just move another 500 feet and start the process over.
This was our number one. We got selected our number one. It was like, okay, well, we got to start watching videos on how we need to prepare going from flatland hunting to climbing mountains and carrying heavy packs and not sitting in a tree stand all day and shifting according to the wind. So,
got my booties on so my toes don't get cold. Hopefully this weather passes. Once it passes, hopefully these deer will get up and move a little bit more and get Kyle within range for a shot. So now if I can locate them.
They're just going through the dead trees right into the green stuff. They must have been down in that bottom the whole time.
Oh, I see the buds, yeah. Let's see if we can find out what the bottoms are.
See, there's 5 little girls up there playing on the hill. Looks like they're working to the top. They don't seem to be looking around or like anything's catching their interest up there. Oh, there comes the snow. It sure makes it hard to glass through the spotting scope.
Right. I'm sweating my, trying to tell you off. It's, I don't know, 35 degrees. I'm soaking wet. But I brought a change of t-shirt and stuff. Like raiding those houses back in Ramadi, huh? Except for there were no mountains. Yeah, I'll just pretend it's combat.
Private security and lived in Iraq for over a decade, so I knew he had the stamina and the discipline to do something like this, so that's why I chose him.
That ability to take your time and watch and pay attention, I think comes a lot from our experience in the past. And what else I will bet on, our ability to just purely endure any misery that comes our way. The rock?
Just up on that ridge somewhere.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that rock, yeah.
At least it's less steep over there.
Yeah.
We're done with the hard part.
Yeah. Going sideways now.
How you doing there, Andrew?
I'm good. still warm. We're not willing to go down yet.
We sound like such dorks.
What time did you go to bed last night?
Backwards.
What time did you fall asleep last night?
It was 11 something, close to midnight. No, we need some really wet, hard wood that's fresh, and that lights up right away.
I believe you.
Give me some pyro, buddy. You have no idea how miserable it is up there. It was awesome. I had to stop and like take a video of it. Like this is like anybody else would probably like rather kill themselves than have this like gale force wind coming in your face and being pelted in the eyes with hail. Mini golf balls. Like right now it's snow, but up there it's like sand.
I know.
But it's like, all right, ready for the intel brief?
Yeah.
Is this what you guys thought Utah would be like?
Yeah.
This is what we were expecting.
This is what we're expecting, but we're expecting this every day. But you get it for a few hours is good. I didn't expect how steep it was.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe more like rolling hills, kind of. Not at some points it was a straight like 35% incline.
Yeah.
And instead of switchbacking, of course, we're just like, we're going
straight up.
Straight up.
Well, the wind and the squalls have kept us pretty much confined to the truck. We could go wander around out there, but it's really pretty cold, so. Anyway, sitting here getting frustrated after a couple hours. Snow, sun. It's really windy now, but.
They must have heard us. There's no way they could smell us. Look at that. It's swirling and it's going up over the top.
Yes, it smells good.
Alright. Get your stuff, Cal. Head up there.
Mother Nature had other plans for us.
Yeah, we saw a lot of snow, heck of a lot of wind.
Oh, yeah.
Got some wind-burnt faces. So Mother Nature wins today.
What else I will bet on? Our ability to just purely endure any misery that comes our way is far greater than any other team's.
That's why the Rangers didn't want you.
Or SF, because I like to dance on cop cars and get DUIs and fight people all the time. But never convicted.
Never convicted.
Never
Never
convicted.
fallen out.
No, you've fallen out before.
What?
Humps. I know you have because
one time in boot camp, that's it.
No. There was one time you hurt your ankle really bad. I think you were in a boot forever.
What? No, I never was in a boot.
You?
I never once ever fell out. There's only
I
one.
wore a boot for 24 hours in Ramadi.
There's only one time
It was a real bad one.
that I couldn't carry other people's packs or other people, and that's because I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning, drank a bottle of Jack and half a case of Budweiser, and then we went on that like cold ass, snowy 12-miler. That was miserable, but I didn't fall out. Hell, I had to carry Hanson one time.
Go get some MULEYS.
I know those MULEYS are hiding in the bushes, up in the hills somewhere.
Yeah, the snow, it's white out behind us and sunny in front of us.
All right. Just want to take it in.
Go to your head, man.
Frustration with the weather.
What way?
Weather we've had all day today. On and off sun, snow, sun, ice. All of it. It's crazy. And then there's no deer to be seen. Just not moving, I guess. I don't know. We don't know. We've moved plenty. Maybe they don't like us. Yep. Keep digging in. Same as this morning. We're gonna head down mountain. Try to head out of here, go down in the valley, see what we can get, looking into the mountains instead of being up here. That's all we have right now. Every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can't see 1,000 feet in front of you. Glassing's just over for the day. So, we'll head down, and I'm not gonna say hope because hope don't kill. I know where my head's at, and I know the type of work I put in on hunts. Hiking around, looking for deer, spotting them already that's already part of my rifle season hunt anyways. So it's nothing new. I know it's a different species, and that's all new to me, but the putting in the work from sun up to sundown, that's nothing new to me. So, but the competition, yeah, I wish it was a little bit tougher. We'll be, first in, last out, just cover more spots and just really stop and take our time. I'm not out there to sweat, really put the miles in. I'm more worried about putting the minutes behind the glass.
Got a little jittery today. Don't know why. The anticipation, I guess. Thinking what I should have done yesterday. The plan is to make it to that second biggest rock up here so we can overlook the brush that's down there, because last night there was about 30 deer in that little area. Hopefully when we get there, it's not 600-700 yards, it'll be more like 300 where we can shoot. We just pulled up here and there's probably 20 or 30 deer scattered out all over top of the hillside, so we're gonna get our spotters out and see what we can see. I would definitely shoot that deer. Both bucks are together. One is definitely a little wider and a little taller. But he's a 3x4. But he's got a little flyer off of his split. And he has eye guards, or one eye guard. And he's definitely bigger than the other one. Right now we have 2 bucks, both that I would shoot. But the problem is there's probably 30 does scattered with them. So it's going to be hard to get close enough to, without somebody seeing it or spooking. I have looked, I have e-scouted at least 50 hours worth of stuff. And knowing that I might be elevation challenged for the first couple days, you know, I think we might look at some lower elevations first, try to get my feet underneath us, our lungs underneath us. Try to maybe feed off of some of their mistakes, because somebody's going to go in there too gung-ho, and somebody's going to end up doing stuff maybe that they shouldn't do by pushing themselves too far, maybe not being able to put the shot on. I think we're just going to be patient. So I'm kind of elevationally challenged, so we decided we'd drive around and try to come up on the backside. And it took us a little while, but we found a road or a path that we could get up here. When we stopped down there, my partner Charles wasn't feeling too good. So I don't know if it's altitude sickness or what it is. But it's taken me quite a while to make it up through here. We're probably 100 yards away from where we can start seeing the valley that we want to see, and hopefully that the buck is still in there, and hopefully he's bedded somewhere that we can either make a play on him now or regroup and try to kill him tonight when he tries to go down towards the bottoms. So, glassing this canyon behind us, got 2 what we think are shooter bucks in there, and a whole lot of does, 20, 30 does, something like that. So our next move, I believe, it's 385 yards to where I could see, and it's probably 50 yards closer if I get to the edge of those other rocks. Probably ease up to the rocks and just see if we can find that mother buck's bedded. There's a good chance that we'll be under 300 yards. And we might be able to get a shot on one. The closest buck is 461. And the farthest one is 537. But it needs to be under 300 yards so I don't lose any points. So we'll probably just sit here for a little while and see which one feeds to us first.
He's got his head down grazing. You think that's bigger than the one that's in the drainage?
Yeah, he's definitely crabby on the one side. Pretty deer, beautiful deer. This other one, I think you're right. I think that closer deer might actually outscore him. Shoot that yardage for me, Chuck. Yardage, tell me. Tell me. He's right behind a tree.
You want him?
He's behind the trees. It's typical movies. Stops exactly where I can't shoot him. 202 yards and can't shoot him. I really think the snow is going to be a factor too, because we haven't been here. I haven't hunted mule deer, but I still, if it's going to snow up high, I still think they're going to come down, so we don't have to go to that 9,000 feet, you know, maybe to hunt. Maybe we can hunt a little bit lower, so we'll see.
Sun the next, about 40-mile-an-hour wind. It's hopefully we get it done today, so we don't have to come back out tomorrow.
Well, I don't want to come back tomorrow either. If it's going to be this windy, I will. If these deer stay in this valley, I can tell you that. I don't work this hard for any deer. It's an hour and 45 minutes in laying here waiting for that buck to come out. This one finally started coming down the hill. He started coming right towards us. Was going to cross the ravine and come within 100 yards of us. But at the last minute, a few of the does decided to go over the hill. So I yelled at Britt to grab his camera and let's go. We're pretty sure he just went down. Pretty windy. It's kind of hard to hold a shot. First time I pulled up on him, the wind hit, it went, they just came running. They just came all the way down and headed over the hill. And out of breath and all, we got up to the top of the hill. As soon as we got there, Britt said, there they are. And the buck was about 20 yards behind it. And the first shot hit him really well. And I hit him again, and I'm pretty sure he's down over there, but we're getting ready to go look. Pretty crazy. Pretty epic for my first mule deer. Congratulations. And Chuck doesn't have to get up early tomorrow, climb this windy mountain. Utah muley. Awesome. Big deer. We drove almost 24 hours not to lose. We will be the best Missouri team for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna win. I feel we have a very good shot at winning. So that's what we came to do, and we're gonna take home the first.
So when we came out here, I planned to kill a deer. You know, I've always been pretty successful and lucky. It's more luck than success. We did do our homework. We did watch them for basically an evening and a morning, and thought that they would come to those alders or whatever kind of brush that is there, and took a chance, laid 3 hours, and then shot the second buck instead of the first buck. But at least Team Missouri Legends is taking a freaking deer home, and we're proud of it. So. I don't think my story would be as funny as yours, but Chuck dropped that stupid deer that I shot a while ago and cut my hand.
I know.
Can you
I couldn't believe that. The deer was
You
bloody.
shot deer?
You
I
were
did.
bloody.
Nice.
His blood was on the antlers.
Good job. Good job, you guys. Hopefully you left one for the rest of us.
Well, we shot one deer because we saw one deer.
It's cold. Totally unexpected.
We hear like a growl, snort, and I'm like, what the heck is that?
That 4-point finally stepped out.
Way different for us. You know, this was much steeper than what we're used to.
It beat us up emotionally, and I loved every minute of it.
Bucking right, it's a good time.
Good clean kill.